Azula from Avatar: The Last Airbender. So without further ado, please welcome on stage Dante Basco and Grey DeLisle.
On when I came out here.
Yeah.
Tidy, I wanted my microphone on.
Hi, I'm Grey DeLisle Griffin.
My name changes every year because I get married again. So, who's next? Where's Tidy? I want to get this.
Where's Tyler? So this is the Fire Nation panel. I'm your Fire Lord.
Don't ever forget it, brother.
You were a Fire Lord for like 15 minutes. And we knew you couldn't handle the pressure.
Are we gonna have an Agni Kai right now?
And so what do we do on this Fire Nation panel?
Well, maybe we should talk about how we got the parts. Like, you know.
Yeah, I think we should talk about, we'll just talk about things we want to talk about, then we'll talk, and then we can talk about things you guys want to talk about. And then we'll tell you what's going on in the Fire Nation these days.
Things are heating up.
There's good leadership.
We're both single.
Fire Nation's rocking right now.
He's like, are you on Bumble? I'm like, yes. Oh my God, it's crazy. Anyway, I accidentally swiped right on my ex the other night. I texted my friend, did you hear that noise? She's like, what? And I was like, it was me screaming when I accidentally swiped right on my ex-husband.
That's crazy.
I was just being nosy. I was like, oh my God, he's on here. Or I wonder what his profile says. And then I didn't realize, like, checking that out was not, you can't just do that.
If you shake it, you can go back. You have to shake the phone.
I have to shake the shit up. Sorry. Why? Why are you doing this to me?
So, Grey, how did you land the role of Azula, the evil stepsister, or real sister?
Always the bad girl parts. I was playing Vicky on the Fairly Odd Parents for a long time.
I had a chainsaw that made Timmy do all kinds of mean stuff.
So I was doing that, and I played some.
And I was Mandy on the Grim Adventures of Billions.
Evil stuff, and then they went to every celebrity in town to try to find a voice for Azula, and I think they had to come back down to the voiceover people and find out where the real talent was. And they said that I was one of the only people who didn't scream during the audition. Like, a lot of actresses were yelling.
But I felt like Azula was so powerful that she didn't need to scream at all. It's much, much more scary when someone's just sure that they're going to destroy you. You don't have to yell.
I hate Azula. I love Azula. I love and hate Azula. I hate love Azula.
Love to hate us. You love to hate us.
I love to hate. She's crazy.
No, that's the good thing. It's not her fault. It's just mental
You're
health
so
care in our
brilliant.
country is so awful that, you know, she can't get the meds she needs. They're too expensive. I wouldn't have banished that person with the fruit cart if they were selling Zoloft.
This should just be a Fire Nation show and just be like, you know, like kind of like a Kardashian show. But it's just like Azula and Zuko running around Fire Nation being crazy. Yeah, then you have your like Mean Girls crew.
You're always trying to pitch something. He's
I know,
like a mogul. He's always like, I
mind's always
started a
thinking.
company in Philippines and and I'm like, what? You started a company? What the heck are you doing?
I know,
Time for
things
this.
happen.
Watch what happens, Sonny.
Things happen. You know, Fire Lord's always making deals.
I'm too tired. I'm tired. I have 3 children. I don't have energy. Like, I'm gonna start a company.
Where do we go to now?
How did you get the part?
How did I get the part? I auditioned for Zuko. I was in the middle of doing Jake Long the American Dragon for Disney, and I love Jake, and actually, ironically, me and May, so I was playing Jake and May Whitman was playing Rose, and we were doing that for Disney, and then we both got auditions for this other show called Avatar, right? And we're like, what is this? And I can remember going over to Nickelodeon, and this is like a departure for Nickelodeon, right? You're going into the Nickelodeon campus, and especially back then, you remember it's like the white building with the green Double Dare slime all over the building. Like literally in Burbank, it's like a big white building, the whole block, and then it's just a white building in green Double Dare slime in paint, and then it says like in big orange letters Nickelodeon. And then you walk in, and there's like a big portrait of SpongeBob. Yeah, or Cat Dog, SpongeBob, it's like all that kind of stuff. And then they give you a script for like this anime-inspired epic tale, and like a weird kid with an arrow on his head, and I got this weird ponytail with a scar, and I'm like, this ain't Nickelodeon. This is not gonna work. What is this? And so I just went in and I did the role, and I thought I was just gonna be a bad guy. So I was like, I'm just gonna be around being a bad guy, and then things worked out. Me and May both got Zuko and Katara. And,
Too bad May never worked again.
I know, May never worked, so.
She's famous.
Where's she
in
at?
movies.
And a TV show. She has her own
I
show.
know.
And we love May. And I've known May since she was like 12.
I know. She used to be on Johnny Bravo as a little girl.
Oh.
Yeah, when I'd be in those sessions, I was always forgetting that she was a little girl, and I would tell these, dating. So I was young. I was like 20.
Gray's the craziest person in the booth, by the way. To sit in the booth with
crazy
Gray.
story.
Yeah, you just catch up on her life and her adventures and mischief and shenanigans. And she has
May's
a
dad
very-
would always come and be like, "We can't talk about that."
Right.
I was like, "Oh God, I forgot she's 11."
I know. They would come to her parents, like, both are actors, right? Both are amazing, her mom and her dad.
Yeah.
And then Gray would just have a really naughty mouth.
I know. But May was so mature. Like one time she was wearing these jelly bracelets, and I was like, "I like your little bracelets, May." And she's like, "Thanks, they're really comfortable." I was like, "What 11-year-old says that?"
I know. I've known her since she was like 12, and then I remember I saw her in a club one time. And I rolled up in the club, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" And she's like, "I'm old enough to be in a club." And I was like, "Maybe I should go home."
There's your
Maybe
answer.
I shouldn't be here. Is that what we're talking about?
He was complaining about meeting all these young girls that want to go out with him. And he's like, "So anyway, I'm DJing at this club." And I was like, "Yeah, that's probably not a place to meet young girls at all. I bet young girls don't come up to you at all when you're DJing at a club."
I know, just working. So yeah, I just was auditioning and I've been lucky to kind of, I feel very fortunate to be a voice actor because, I kind of do one voice, and I work with like amazing voice artists, and I'm just so impressed and thrilled, and just to be around like some of the greatest voice actors in Hollywood, like Grey.
And Tara.
And Tara, and Kevin, Michael Richardson, and D. Bradley Baker. Like, the people we got to work on the show is like Mark Hamill. Like, I'm in the booth going, these guys are legends, and I'm doing the same voice. Is it Zuko? Is it Jake?
I'm gonna do all kinds of different voices.
Yes, I just pretend it's me walking around.
I can't believe Mark Hamill's our dad. That's just crazy.
I know.
My son met him at this party and was talking about, and I didn't really let him watch a lot of television. We did Waldorf. I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but it's like kind of a hippie school. And so he didn't watch any TV, so he's talking to Mark Hamill, and then Mark leaves and he goes, "Is that guy's name Mark?" And I go, "Mm-hmm." And he goes, "Why do I know that?" I go, "He's kind of famous." And then we were driving past a billboard, he goes, "There's your friend." He has no idea. He has no idea.
I love that our dad is Luke Skywalker. It's amazing.
And my son is doing a voice acting now, and Mark congratulated him on Twitter, and I was like, my son got the part of Lincoln Loud on the Loud House. Does anybody watch the Loud House? Yeah. So my son's the new Lincoln. His episodes just started airing a few days ago, and he's like, he didn't know. He was like, "I'm getting all these new Instagram followers. That's weird." And I was like, "Oh yeah, your episode premiered." And he's like, "Oh my God, it's blowing up." Anyway, he has a little art.
Follow him.
Yeah, Tex Hammond.
Tex Hammond.
Hammond. It's mostly cool drawings. and
He's
cartoons
awesome.
and stuff.
He's so talented. Takes after his mom.
Aw.
And his dad's actually pretty talented too.
His dad's pretty good. His dad's in a band called the Old 97s. They play here sometimes. I don't know. They've been around forever. But I did not know know what a big deal Avatar was. I didn't know. I was doing, Tara Strong was like, hey, do you want to do this convention with me? And I was like, oh, no. Because I didn't really know what it was. It was like an anime convention, but I thought it was like we were going to go learn about how to be voice. I didn't know what it was, a convention. I didn't know what these were. I'm just like, no, you go and sign autographs. And I was like, I don't think anybody's going to want my autograph. And she's like, yeah, they sell them. And I was like, nobody's going to buy my autograph. So we went, and then people were like, you're Azula. And I was like, oh, yeah, I am Azula. I didn't even have any pictures of Azula. I just had like my headshot. And so then like word got out, and people kept coming up to the table going, are you Azula? And I was like, yes, what do you have for me to sign? I'm so happy right now. So yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know it was a big deal either. It was like, I was actually doing a movie called Take the Lead, and I was shooting in Toronto, and then I kept leaving the set to do our cartoon. And one of the other actors, like an adult, was like, where are you going? Well, actually, Antonio Banderas also was like, where are you going? And I'm like, what? He's like, why do you keep leaving?
My foot hurts when you dropped a name on it.
I know. And he's like, well, Antonio was like, because he was like, I'm like, oh, I do this.
Call him Tony. You know you want to call him Tony.
No, he's an awesome guy. But he's like, I'm doing this cartoon. And he's like, oh, you're a voice actor. And I was like, yeah, I'm a voice actor. Because I am also a voice actor.
Have you heard of Mesonex?
I was like, yeah. Well, I was like, I know you're Puss in Boots. Because we're both voice actors. I was like, I know, but you get paid a lot more to do your voice acting. Then another adult on the set was like, what cartoon are you doing? I'm like, it's called Avatar. He goes, The Airbender? I'm like, yeah.
I usually get the blue people. I'm like, not that one.
This guy freaked out, and then I was like, you watch this cartoon? And I realized it wasn't just for kids. And then I ran to Chris Isaacs at,
come on now, Dante.
I'm telling you, this how happened. I ran to Chris Isaacs at
He's your best friend. I know.
And he's like, we were in Sundance, and it's snowing outside. And he's like, Dante, what's up? And I'm like, what's up? He goes, what about that cartoon we did? I'm like, I know. He goes, is that fucking crazy? What is that? I was like, we were like freaking out in Sundance, like, who knew that a cartoon was going to be this kind of phenomenal hit?
In such a long time. It's been like a long time.
And we didn't even know what we were doing. I thought it was going to be a bad guy with a bad haircut.
And I didn't know any of the other cast members either. I worked with you a little bit, but like all the other guys, like I did most of my scenes by myself. Like when I went crazy and cut all my hair off and everything, and the Aggie Kai and everything, that was like by myself in the booth. I was sobbing, like crying. And my favorite episode ever was The Beach. Like was so awkward trying to flirt, like she could not flirt. She just had to like overtake everyone. That's a sharp outfit check.
Azula.
Sharp enough to puncture the hull of a Fire Nation Empire class battleship, leaving thousands to drown at sea because it's so sharp. We're the most powerful couple in the universe. I don't know. We will dominate the earth.
She has a photographic memory, because you know why? I don't remember anything I said.
Can we confess that I haven't not seen the entire series, and
I'm watching.
I went over to Dante's house to see some of it.
We live
That was
streamed.
the first time we ever saw it.
Yeah, we live streamed on our show.
Thanks to our friend Bridget, who's filming right now.
Yes, and we did that, and that was crazy.
Yeah.
And this is what happened. So a lot of actors have come over to the house. Chris
Chris Isaac and
Chris Isaac.
Antonio Banderas.
Came through. No, Jack DeSena. And then Grey came over, and she's like, I haven't really seen the show. I'm like, don't worry about it, because that's why we're doing this, to watch the whole show, because I haven't watched the show either. And so we just watch it. You come on the screen. And she's like, I've never seen it. I'm like, all right, cool. She sits down, Azula comes on the screen, and then she just starts saying the lines.
I slid into the camera.
She
like,
slid
what's up,
in.
bitches? Like when she comes on her little on the rickshaw.
But she literally starts saying it line for line, and I'm looking at her like, you're a witch. You're a witch. But I was like, after you left, I was telling like my other honor society members, like Justin and Bridget, like, I think she has a photographic memory. And she was saying she never saw it, and I believe she's never saw it, but she knows what you said 10 years ago. How's that possible?
No, I've really never seen it. I've seen the beach episode because I loved it a lot. And I remember reading that script the night before, going, I love this job. I cannot wait to play this part, to play this sociopath or psychopath, probably, who is like trying to flirt. That's going to be so fun. And that was the first time in my life when I thought, like, I'm doing the right thing for a living. Like, this is what I'm meant to be doing.
playing a psychopath in a bikini.
Sometimes Andrea would be like, don't do a voice, Grey, just be yourself. It's like, oh, all right, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, but I've only seen like bits and pieces. And
You should dress up like a Zula. You kind of look like a Zula right
For
now.
Well, they modeled her after me, so I do look a lot like a Zula.
Yeah.
But,
The dark hair.
Yes, but they came in and drew, and like the animators came in like, and
Yeah.
I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, okay. Big forehead back then, before I discovered bangs. I was like, oh yeah, I need bangs. You know when your grandma tells you something over and over, and you're like, yeah, whatever, grandma, and then you always find out your grandma's right. That's what I found out. She was like, Mijita, you have a big forehead. You have bangs. This is your picture, and this is your frame. You have no frame. And I was like, you don't know what you're talking. And then one time I saw a picture of myself, and I was like, wow, that is a 5-head. And so yeah.
I love your grandma.
She used to sleep in the lobby of Nickelodeon all the time.
Yeah.
She always had a disgruntled look on her face, like, you know, just like, the world has disappointed me. People would be like, there's a little Mexican lady sleeping in the lobby, and I was like, that's mine.
I always think of Grey as, like, you know, the commercial of the world's most interesting man? I always think of Grey as like the world's most interesting woman. She's
I love you
amazing.
guys too, especially after I've had a few cups of coffee. I think I'm the most interesting person.
Seriously, she is. Like, people ask me about her on other panels, and I'm like, she's like the world's most interesting woman. She's like, people don't know you're Mexican, like she's part Mexican, and she
I'm a
speaks.
secret Mexican, I'm undercover. So I
Right.
can find out all the races.
She is a woman of many
Let them get
voices.
just so far before I'm like, oh yeah!
She's a Grammy Award winner. Crazy. What was the band?
It was just me, Grey DeLisle. It was Grey DeLisle before I married all those people. Actually, I did. DeLisle's not even my name. I was born Aaron Van Osprey, and then I married somebody when I was 19, and I took his name. And he's an actor. He
So
lives
she
in
keeps
Canada.
getting married. She marries a lot of different men. Keeps going with the interesting.
That's because I'm interesting.
She doesn't own pants. I've only seen Grey. I've known Grey for a long time. I've only seen her in dresses and skirts.
It's because of being raised by an old person, they don't like pants.
She doesn't own pants.
My grandma was always like, put some lipstick on, you look terrible.
I was
Put a
like,
dress on.
she used to date Mara Lopez. What?
Yeah, Mario Lopez, you know the extra guy?
I'm telling you, this woman is. Who is this woman?
He was my high school boyfriend. He's still really sweet. We're still friends. He lives really close to me, and our kids go to birthday parties
When
together.
I'm telling you, she's the world's most. I should start a new campaign.
That was when he was Slater on Saved by the Bell. Does anybody remember that?
You're dating. I know during those Slater days.
Yeah, Slater days. You know, we saw Pretty Woman together. You know that movie, that old movie? It was in theaters. That's how old we are. He looks like he did in high school. He looks better than when he was in high school. Yeah, it was funny because he was like Mr. Fitness, so we were like at Pretty Woman, and he was like doing lifts on the chair, like. I was like, can you relax for 2 hours while we watch this movie? What are you doing? Anyway,
Did you guys hold hands in the movie theater?
He did a few other things too. Those dimples, you know.
Okay, alright. What do you guys want to know?
Do you guys? So should we take some questions?
Should we take some questions? How does this work?
That's what everybody wants to know. Wasn't it addressed in the comic?
Yes, in the comics. In the search. Go read the search. It's actually a very cool story. I voiced some of it on my YouTube channel. It's pretty fun. It's a pretty good story. I don't want to give any spoilers. Go ahead. No, we just heard about
We
the
want to
series.
be I want to be Ursa.
Oh yeah. Who knows? Mike and Brian are amazing, so it's great that they're giving a shot to.
But he did come to us when I did stand-up once a long time
Did he?
ago. A long time ago. I mean, he did. And you know what? I hate when someone isn't alive anymore to say whether it's true or not, and I'm like, wow, that person said I was really talented. They came up to me afterward and said how great I was. It's like, well, we'll never know that that's true or not. He did not tell me I was great, but he wasn't an actor.
Tell me you did. He came in.
I know, that's a lot of people do. I hate when someone passes away, people are like, I'll never forget that time that person said how wonderful I was. It's like, well, they died. Why are you doing this? No, but he did. He was in the back of the room, and it was kind of cool. I didn't see him until after I got off stage. I was like, I'm really glad I
Comedy store?
didn't know. No, it was like an underground comedy club called the Fake Gallery. It was like this weird art.
And Robin Lynch just showed
Yeah,
up.
he would just come and like he watch like underground comedy.
And greatest stand-up to this. Another one of like the world's most interesting women also does stand-up.
I just did my first comedy special and it's going to be out. Well, we're premiering it on the 27th.
What?
Yeah, it's screening the next week. We're gonna hopefully you'll see it on Amazon or Netflix or something. We're gonna try to sell it. I'm gonna try to be a mogul like Dante and just sell some stuff.
She's a mogul. She does her mogul thing.
I just give all my mogul money away to my husband's. It's like, oh, did you want a divorce? Oh, did you need a house? Okay, go ahead.
Rough one. Yes, over here. What did you say? With Jake, Jake Long was like my first series as a voiceover actor, and I really didn't know what I was doing. I literally was like, what did I book?
You still don't.
I still half only know what I'm doing. I tripped into Jake Long. I don't really know how it went down. I know I did a pilot. And this pilot was kind of like Jake Long. It was called The Chang Family Saves the World for ABC Disney. And then we didn't get picked up, and then they gave me this cartoon. I don't know, and it was like kind of like the series. And even the mother on the show, Lauren Tom, played my mother on the series. I don't know what happened.
Like you're showing you come here, take a cartoon.
Yeah, next thing I know, I'm doing a cartoon, and then one cool thing about that, I remember going to the first press tour, right? And we're doing this press tour for American Dragon Jake Long, and I know Kim Possible was there, and I know the kids from High School Musical were there, right? Like the first season, and we were all there. And then I get up to the mic, and I'm like, yo, I'm so happy that Disney has a hip-hop show, you know? And the president's like, you have a hip-hop show? I'm like, yeah. I'm American Dragon Jake Long, the hip-hop show. Like, I didn't know that. I'm like, you hired me, so did And so I got all that hip-hop, like all that 90s hip-hop lingo in the movie. It was just us improv and stuff. I loved being Jake Long. It's cool.
The older we get, we'll have a hip replacement show.
Yeah.
There's a little hop that goes when you get your hip replaced. You're like, ow. Sorry.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
My question is, when y'all was doing the series, did y'all ever like have the ideas y'all self for like the different ways of bending? Like now they can metal bend and all this. Did y'all ever think of any of that when y'all was doing it?
Any of our own ideas about things?
Yeah, like when at first like it was just water bending, fire bending, earth, and then next thing you know it had blood bending.
You're right. When I saw that stuff, when I heard about that stuff, I was like, that's crazy. And when when Toph started metal bending, I was like, that's pretty amazing. The blood bending kind of freaked me out because I was like, damn, that kind of makes water benders the most powerful benders of all nations.
I think we need a Bender Con, I think we should do.
What if we did
You're the mogul.
I know, I brainstormed about this, like 4 cons, like one time only, 1 year, all around the world, and we go like, the fire con would have to be somewhere hot or something.
Oh, I get it.
And then the water, just go like all around the world and just see if we get like the most cool places to go. Yeah, and everybody just gets broke in 1 year. We make it the most illest con.
Or we could just go to Vegas with Jesse Flowers and a few people from the show,
Yeah.
Olivia.
Hack.
In the front?
I always say Zula. Sokka for sure. Also, I like Jet. I like Jet.
Yeah, Katara was my favorite.
See, Katara's cool. Look at she's such a nice. She picks the nice. The mean girl picks the nice girl.
Yeah, I'm really nice in real life. I won't banish you.
Mean girl tendencies. I'd say Sokka. Katara. It's like Sokka and Katara, but Toph too. I mean, they're all great. I love Toph too. Depends on what episode you're watching. You know what I'm saying? Are you Toph? Are you Toph?
What about the second row right there?
What's your favorite part of working on the show?
Doing these now, meeting people that I just had no idea what an impact it had on people. Honestly, it's really really touching. Like some people tell me the most amazing stories, like, you know, my mom was going through cancer and we would like watch this during her treatments. I mean, just like crazy stuff that you would never think that just doing some voice in a studio and not knowing and then meeting all these people whose lives you touched.
Yeah, I think doing the show is really, we're just kind of doing it. It takes sometimes a long time for animation to come out, but then to be a part of something that becomes like Star Wars. Like I grew up with Star Wars, and like all of a sudden you're in an IP that becomes like Star Wars. You're like, hold on a second, is this Star Wars?
No, no, it's not Star Wars.
Yeah. It's cool, but it has that thing where you're a part of this really big IP and you see it blossom as amazing.
I had a moment doing Korra because I played the waterbender Ming Hua in Korra, and I also played the spirit mushroom, and a lot of things on Korra. But it was funny because Henry Rollins, who I had a huge crush on when I was young, like a teenager, you know, he was. I remember one time I met him and he kissed my cheek, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't want to wash my face. I mean, he was just as a fan, yeah, like I was just a fan, and I was like a little punk rock girl. And then he was playing my husband. You know when you like meet a celebrity and then you don't want to be crazy, you don't want to like be a super fan and freak out, so you like completely shut down. Like I didn't even look at him. I barely would look at him. So instead of like, I think I went too far in the other direction. Now he probably just thinks I'm an asshole or something. Like, he's like, oh, I worked with her. She wouldn't even look at me. But really, I was just trying not to freak out. But I was like, yeah, he's my husband in this. Yeah, he's my boyfriend. So yeah, that's my boyfriend on the show. That's great.
I didn't know he was in that. That's amazing. I'm a fan of Henry Rollins also. He kissed you on the cheek. Poetry, very intelligent guy. He seems kind of scary though.
Yeah, but he's not. He's like really sweet. Like he's real quiet, but then when he talks, it's like this big teddy bear. Anyway. Grey Rollins.
Grey Rollins. I also played a character on Korra. He sounded like my other character.
It's like on Scooby every time.
I was like this. I guess the voice just passes from like grandson. You could just pass your voice on. I'm sure it's happened in the history of human beings. I guess. It just happens in my family. Any questions?
Second row.
What's your favorite role outside of that?
I love playing Queen Moon on Star vs. the Forces of Evil.
Watch that.
Show. What's that, Marco?
Thank you.
Yeah, but that just started out as this little queen part, like just sort of a boring mom part, you know, and then she had this great reawakening and lost her memory and became very good friends with her daughter, and all this crazy stuff happened. I turned into a gigantic butterfly creature. Anyway, I love that show. I miss it. We just did our last episode.
Really?
Yeah, but it gets crazy and deep, guys. Buckle your seatbelts.
I'd probably say Jake Long. People always ask me if I'm more like Rufio or Zuko, and I'm like, I'm actually Jake Long. Like, I grew up like this hip hop kid, said in New York, I was in LA, and instead of like skateboarding, I was a breakdancer. But everything else is like Jake Long. I can turn into a dragon and all that stuff.
I love that.
Go to
show.
second. We should pick somebody in the back. Like, how about in the middle right there? There you go.
Are you guys happy with how Avatar: The Last Airbender ended? How do you feel about
The
the
first
end?
one?
Yes, the-
Airbender? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. How it ended? We won. We saved the world. Like what part? Like in what sense?
Well, like it ended with obviously your character getting like married and just becoming the Fire
being
Lord,
married. Like,
and
it's not
then
how I ended up with guitar. Is that what you're asking?
I mean, if that's what you
Yeah, I
want,
think
go
about
for
guitar
it.
every now and then. I was definitely like a Zutara fan. But you know, this is the thing. And sometimes you don't end up with that girl. I like May too. May's cool. She is great with it. She's a great character. Like I really thought in real life, like if I was like Zuko walking around. I mean, the girl next door, I do like that girl, but then if I was like in a club, I would have to holler at May. I'm like, who's that girl? Then you go holler at those mean girls.
After a lifetime of being just the funny friend that the guy should be with, and then seeing you with some girl that's kind of cold as ice, and it's like, what about me? I'm the funny one that you really like. Why are you going out with her? That was my whole life. Anyway, so I so I think you should have
Mario didn't think that. Mario didn't think that.
His wife's my Facebook friend, so I better be careful.
But also, like, I ended up with your sister's friend.
Yeah, that always happens. It always happens.
It's so weird. But I like the way they ended. The series ended pretty good. She's all Zula gets all messed up, trying to kill me. And the whole last thing.
Well, I survived, didn't I?
My favorite scenes are like, a lot of my favorite scenes like you and I, just because the banter is crazy, and also Gray's crazy in the booth, so she's just entertaining to listen to.
And since you can't see it, I should tell you I'm rolling my eyes.
Questions? The glove back there, the glove. Yeah.
The glove.
I was just wondering, what was your craziest recording session?
Craziest recording session. Crazy. I don't know, I was traveling a lot. I did some crazy. I mean, I think my most memorable, I love like the whole cast and crew, but one of the most memorable ones for me and crazy in kind of emotional ways because we were doing the show when Mako, who played the original Uncle Ira, passed away. And Mako, I've known Mako since I was 12, right? So he's played my uncle and my father on screen like I think 3 or 4 times. So he's watched me grow up, and he's a legendary Asian American actor. And so to be in the last episode, he's playing my uncle again, and then he passes away. It was like very emotional for everybody involved. And then the next episode, I'm talking to him, and in the episode he's in the cell, he's in the jail cell, and he has no lines. Like ironically, I'm just talking to him, and it was so like eerie, you know. And then we came back, and what's his name? Greg.
Yeah,
Yes.
Greg Baldwin?
Yeah, Greg Baldwin.
He is so
Shout out to Greg
good.
Baldwin.
I mean, I can't believe, I thought, who's going to replace Mako? They can't find someone. And then it's like, oh, they found someone.
Dude, crazy.
So it sounds unbelievable.
But Greg was in, so we're in Nickelodeon, there's a big booth, and there's like a small booth, a solo booth that they just put like, when you're in trouble.
I'm always in that booth.
Greg's in the solo booth. So we're in the booth, the big booth, the whole cast, and then Greg's in the small, like a solo booth on the episode back, and we start to do the scenes, and so we can't see Greg. And he starts to do the character, and it was like so eerie. It was like Mako coming back from the dead. It was crazy.
You did Samurai Jack with us too.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, I was the high priestess, and I was like, all kinds of things in the old one. I was oh gosh, what was her name? Clench, Imogene Clench. I was all kinds of things on that show. Oh, and I like to throw my hair around. But anyway, yeah, it's eerie.
It's eerie, yeah. Your most memorable show or
I have to say, when I went insane, I did it all by myself, and I remember I started crying, like I was kind of sobbing at one point, and Andrea asked me if I needed a minute, and I was like, yeah, I think I need a minute, because I felt bad for Azula. My mother and I don't speak, and so I remember when Azula had that line of like, my own mother thought I was a monster. I mean, she was right, of course, but it still hurt. And I just like, I just thought about like her life, and just, I feel bad for her. That's great. So it's a great villain when you can have a little bit of sympathy. It was so well written. It's a really great job to the writers for writing such a layered character. There's a waving red thing back there.
Yo.
I just want to say, Zuko was hot.
Especially when it's on fire.
Oh my God, right? Okay. Yeah. One question. Did Zuko ever get his honor? Did you get your honor?
Judge Judy gave him her honor.
And the second question is, was there a moment when the character, like you really related to the character and you saw yourself in them? Also, Zuko was hot.
Look at this here. Oh my God.
Zuko was like, I'll holler at your boy. Yeah, Zuko found his honor. I mean, yeah, I said honor a lot, but he found it.
He's been on her ever since.
That's pretty good.
You like me.
Yeah, as far as the character, she makes me nervous. Yeah, I always think like you're stuck with the character, and the character's stuck with you. There's like a lot of when you're acting, like especially with characters like Zuko, when you do this character for years. I think there's a lot of me in Zuko, but then also a lot of Zuko and me. Like it's kind of like this relationship that happens. So I learned a lot. I think one of the biggest things that I learned from the whole experience of Zuko is like, don't judge a book by its cover, because I thought it was going to be one thing, and then halfway through the first season or second season we started, me and the whole cast like, what are we doing? We thought we were doing some silly anime. I didn't even think this was going to go, and then it becomes this really thing that actually changes your life. It's amazing.
There's a lot of Zuko in you, and she wishes there was a lot of Zuko in her.
She's really pushing the PG-13 rating.
Go around if you know what I mean.
Dante's dying.
On that note, let's take one more question.
And on that note, one more question to us?
Right in the front.
You pick it. Hey, what do you want to know? Sure.
Okay.
What was the voice actor like Mako like? What was it like working with him? What kind of character was he in?
He's amazing, man. Like I said, I've known him since I was like 12, right? And so he literally played my uncle and my uncle and my father several times in my career. And so for me, he was Uncle Iroh. He was someone that I would see all the time throughout the years and watch me grow up in Hollywood and being an Asian American actor myself and him being a very prolific Asian American actor we've all looked up to. It was someone that I would always, throughout my time growing up in Hollywood, that asked him questions, he'd give me advice. You know, he was Uncle Iroh. So that's what kind of guy he was. He was this amazing actor, nominated for an Oscar for Santa Pebbles, starred East West Players, which is the oldest Asian American or people of color theater company in the country. And so a lot of things that I do, especially for the community, is kind of, after his passing, I realized I was a part of that lineage of actors that have to, you know, that's been these Asian American guys, and I also can do something to pay it forward and start creating stuff for the next generation. So he was a rider.
Well, yours is really touching. Mine's an embarrassing thing. He was just such a lovely person and so classy and just like, you know, just old Hollywood cool guy. And he was just so dignified and sweet. And but when he introduced himself, he said, "I'm Marco," and I was like, "Oh," you know. But he had a little bit of an accent.
Yeah.
So I kept calling him Marco the first day. I was like, "And Marco," you know, and Marco. And finally, someone was like, "Great, come here. It's Marco, M-A." I was like, "Oh, okay." I just felt like such an idiot. So that was my touching memory. I didn't know his. I hadn't grown up.
Yeah.
You know, I was just meeting him, and then I kind of, you know, you Google people, you're like, "You know that person?" You're like,
You're like,
"Oh wow."
he's in everything.
That's every session. I'm always like, "Where do I know that person from?"
Me
Google,
too.
and then I'm like, "Oh, okay." So that's what happened later. But
What's the second part?
What was Aang like? The voice
We never met him. No, yeah, I met him, but he was on the East Coast.
he was a little kid.
He was a little kid, and he came out for the opening party, and I met his parents. He was a kid, you know.
Just a little kid.
He was
Kids
cool.
don't matter. Kids don't matter.
No, he was super cool.
And who likes kids? Let's just be
I
honest.
met him.
There's no kids in here.
Zach, he was cool, but then the thing is, the whole cast is on the West Coast, but Zach did his sessions on the East Coast, so we like rarely got to interact with him.
But he had the most precious voice. I love.
Great voice, yeah. And so yeah, so he's mysterious. Now he's a grown-up somewhere.
Let's not tell him about cons. He'll take all of our cons.
I know, he should come. I think this is like the first con we've actually come to.
This is the first panel we've ever done together.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
We could have been husband number 4, but we didn't have any panels together.
Now that she's single, we're doing panels together.
And so I think that's.
Is that it? Do we have time? We're done? Is there a signal? We'll do one question.
Anyone in charge? Anyone?
Does anyone? Who's running this
What
shit?
about the very, very back corner, right over there, the very back corner? That's you. Yep, the one who just looked behind yourself.
If you went on a life-changing adventure with Zuko,
Zulu?
I would get pregnant.
This woman. Again, Dante is dying.
What was the question?
We would have a life-changing adventure together. What would happen?
I don't know what would happen. Probably not incest pregnancy. Although Fire Nation, you know, are like the Lannisters.
Oh.
And bloodbending never hurt anyone.
One more question! We'll do the cone. We'll do the cone in the back. The cone.
What's y'all's favorite hip hop artist?
Yes. Right now, all time, what are we talking about? Favorite hip hop artist, right? Yeah, Kendrick Lamar.
I think he's so great. I don't know a ton about hip hop, but every time I hear a Kendrick Lamar song, I think that's a great song. Who's that? And it's always every time I look it up, I'm like, oh, it's that same guy.
Kendrick Lamar. I mean, yeah, Kendrick. I mean, all time. Jay-Z, probably. All time. Jay-Z, Nas,
Sailor
Biggie,
Moon, move your head.
Tupac. You know, I don't know. Far Side. I mean, West Coast too, so I like Dilla Funk. I can talk about this long with you, but let's go with Jay-Z. Jay-Z, Eminem. He just tore up MGK. He got into MGK a little bit. But Kendrick and J. Cole today, new generation Kendrick and J. Cole. Thank you guys. Fire Nation.
Thank you so much.
We're signing. Come see us sign.
Come see us. We're going to be signing right after this. We're walking the so much.
You're gonna be silent after. Oh, I don't have my book.
Yeah, and well, that line's probably.
Yeah.